Cody Rhodes did not just talk trash last night. He looked directly into Randy Orton's eyes and told the entire wrestling world that this is not over. Not by a long shot. We are talking about real, personal, someone is getting hurt energy. The kind of tension WWE cannot fake, even if they wanted to. Because right now, backstage, there are people whispering that this is shaping up to be the most personal rivalry WWE has booked in years. Bigger than a title, bigger than a storyline. This is about revenge. But to understand exactly why Cody Rhodes went scorched earth on Randy Orton, we have to rewind. We have to go back to the night that started all of this. The night Randy Orton reminded the entire world that a legend never really leaves. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you are going to understand exactly why this could be the program that saves WWE's summer, and why Cody Rhodes may not stop until Randy Orton is finished. Let's get into it. If you're new here, welcome to Wrestle, where we break down everything happening in the world of WWE and AEW. Do me a favor right now, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell, because this Cody Orton story is about to move fast, and you do not want to miss the next chapter. Okay, let's rewind the clock. For months, the story of the summer was supposed to be Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk, two guys who left WWE under completely different circumstances, both clawing their way back to the top, both hungry to prove they were the best in the world. It was a dream match. Fans had been begging for it for years. And at SummerSlam, they finally got it. Cody and Punk tore the house down. Custom entrance, Street Fighter theme, the whole spectacle. This was Cody's chance to reclaim the undisputed WWE Championship on the sport's second biggest stage. And then, out of absolutely nowhere, Randy Orton's music hit. The Viper slid into the ring, and before Cody could even process what was happening, he ate an RKO out of nowhere. Punk capitalized. Cody's championship dream was gone. In an instant, thanks to a man who had not been seen on WWE television since WrestleMania. Let that sink in for a second. Randy Orton had been off television for months. No warning, no build. He just appeared, cost Cody Rhodes the biggest match of his year, and walked right back out like nothing happened. That is not just interference. That is a statement. And the wrestling world immediately connected the dots. This was payback. Cody Rhodes beat Randy Orton at WrestleMania 42. Orton was cheered like a conquering hero walking into that match, and Cody still found a way to get the job done. For a competitor like Randy Orton, a guy with 14 world championships, a guy who considers himself the standard of excellence in this business, that loss clearly never sat right. So he waited, he watched, and the second Cody was at his most vulnerable, exhausted, championship hopes on the line, Orton struck. Cold, calculated, vintage Randy Orton.
That alone tells you how much weight this rivalry is carrying right now. Officials had to get physically involved just to keep the peace, because Cody was not interested in words anymore. He wanted Orton in that ring, right then, right there. And when Orton finally did speak, he did not offer an apology. He offered a warning. He basically told Cody that the version of Randy Orton he is about to deal with is the darkest, most dangerous version this business has ever seen. That is not a man looking for redemption. That is a man looking for war. So when we say Cody Rhodes declared war, understand this did not come from nowhere. This is the culmination of weeks of tension boiling over. Every soundbite, every stare down, every moment WWE has fed us since SummerSlam has been building toward one inevitable collision. And this week, that tension hit a whole new level. Cody stopped asking for a fight. He started demanding one. He made it clear, in front of the entire WWE universe, that he is done waiting for Randy Orton to be ready. Cody is coming for him, on his terms, in his ring, and he does not care what it costs him to get there. That right there is a war declaration. Now let's talk about why this matters so much, and why, if WWE plays this correctly, it could be one of the defining rivalries of the year. Reason number one, this is personal history colliding with fresh betrayal. Cody and Randy already have a WrestleMania match behind them. That match meant something. Cody was chasing his story, finishing his dad's business, closing the loop, and Orton stood across the ring from him in one of the most emotional matchups of that entire show. Now Orton has turned that mutual respect into resentment. When rivals with real history turn on each other, it hits different than a random program WWE throws together for TV time. This has weight. This has stakes. Reason number 2. Randy Orton as a heel again is exactly what WWE's roster has been missing. Think about it. Orton returned to a hero's welcome. Fans were thrilled to see him back. But according to plenty of insiders and analysts breaking down WWE's current roster, the company has a serious top-tier heel shortage right now. Too many fan favorites, not enough credible villains people actually want to see get their comeuppance. Randy Orton, turning cold and vicious against a beloved figure like Cody Rhodes, gives WWE exactly the kind of despised, must-see antagonist this product has been missing since the top of the year. Reason number 3. This feud can main event without a title anywhere near it. That is rare in wrestling right now. So much of WWE's programming revolves entirely around championship pursuits. But Cody versus Orton does not need a belt to matter. This is about pride. This is about a legend refusing to accept he has been passed the torch. This is about the guy who finished his story, being told by an OG that his story is not actually finished, yay, not even close. That is a main event level narrative with zero title involved, and that is special. Now let's get into where the rumor mill says this could be heading, because according to backstage chatter currently swirling around the WWE product, creative has multiple directions they are considering, and each one is more explosive than the last.
One idea reportedly being floated is a match with real stipulation stakes, something brutal, something that forces both men to leave everything in the ring. We are talking Hell in a Cell type conversations. When you have this much bad blood, a standard singles match almost feels too small. If the creative team pulls the trigger on a stipulation match, this becomes appointment viewing instantly. Another angle that keeps popping up in discussion is the idea that Orton does not stop at one RKO. If WWE wants this feud to hit maximum intensity, expect Orton to strike again, possibly costing Cody another opportunity, maybe even involving Cody's family in the storyline the way WWE loves to do with the Rhodes legacy. That would push this from a rivalry into something far more dangerous, personal in a way that makes fans genuinely uncomfortable in the best way possible for drama. And then there is the scenario that has fans the most excited. What if this rivalry builds all the way to a marquee premium live event later this year? Picture Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, blow-off match, big stage, months of build-up behind them. While WWE is keeping their long-term plans under wraps, the signs all point toward this being positioned as a slow-burn rivalry, not a quick one-and-done program. That means bigger crowds, bigger stakes, and a payoff that could genuinely be one of the best matches of the year. Here's the thing that makes all of this even more believable. WWE has been actively rebuilding its championship picture around CM Punk on SmackDown, bringing in fresh faces to surround him. That leaves a gap that Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton fills perfectly. It gives Cody a purpose while Punk builds his new era. It gives Orton a reason to stay active, and it gives fans a story with real emotional stakes instead of another randomly assembled program. Quick reminder, if you are enjoying this breakdown, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you have not subscribed yet, now is the perfect time because we are covering every twist of this rivalry as it develops. So where does this actually go from here? If Cody gets his hands on Orton the way he has been demanding, expect fireworks. Cody Rhodes does not do things halfway. When he commits to a story, he commits fully, and Randy Orton is the same way. Two proud competitors, one absolutely refusing to let the other have the last word. That is the exact recipe for must-watch television. And do not be surprised if this drags in other names too. The bloodline drama, the SmackDown title picture, even Cody's own family legacy could all get pulled into the mix if WWE decides to go all in on this story. That is how you turn a rivalry into an era-defining feud. One thing is clear, Cody Rhodes is not backing down. Randy Orton is not running forever, and sooner or later these two are going to collide in a way that the entire wrestling world will be talking about for weeks. So here's the question I want you to answer down in the comments. Do you think WWE should go all the way with a stipulation match for Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton? Or do you think a straight-up one-on-one blow-off is the better call? Let me know your pick, and if you think this could be match of the year material, drop that in the comments too. Before you go, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell so you never miss an update, and I will see you in the next one where we break down everything happening next in this rivalry.
WrestleCore out.